How do I look?
Not as good as me, baby.
Well, fans, here we are for another edition of the bloodiest sport in the galaxy. A tournament where the winners become gods and the losers pay the ultimate price. There they are. Once they were rivals, but now they're one of the fiercest teams around. That's right. Nothing beats experience, and each one of these will bring loads of it to the table. Look at Malcolm. Now there's a guy who can really keep his cool in a fire fight. That's right. He's as dangerous to ladies outside the ring as he is to his foes inside. I love watching Words. She's such a little bundle of Betty. Yeah, right. You like watching Lauren for her energy.
This time is mine!
I'll tell you, Jim, that's good. He just has no respect for his fans. I think he's still pissed about that new scar on his face, courtesy of Malcolm in their last match. Yeah, I think he's looking for a little payback. Yep, it should be a good one tonight. Since Malcolm and his team are the reigning champs, they get to choose tonight's arena. Looks like it's gonna be Calendra Icefields. Oh yeah, I love this arena. Malcolm does really well here. Tonight's match ought to be a real bloodbath.
Welcome back to this Unreal Tournament Let's Play. You're with Sambo, and this time we're taking a look at Unreal Tournament 2004. And of course, if you watched last week's episode, you'll know we were romping around in the original Unreal Tournament. That's UT2004, the classic original Twitch shooter, along with games like Quake, Quake 2 and Quake 3. The original entry in the Twitch shooter version of Unreal. The Unreal universe indeed that came to life in terms of a tournament setting. And this was technically this was the third iteration. Before this there was Unreal Tournament 2003, and then this came out 2004 as an update. And boy, oh boy, was it good. So good, in fact, that we're going to take a good old look. And of course, if you ever look up here, you can see we've got a whole bunch of game modes scrolling through. And you can see classic right there, Onslaught. That was the big one for this particular version of Unreal Tournament. Onslaught was the new addition to the roster of the usual stuff like Domination, Assault, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, all that sort of stuff. Bombing Run, Onslaught, and of course the Last Man Standing game mode were all new to the series in this particular version. And boy oh boy, it was a ton of fun back in the day. And just like last week's Unreal Tournament romp, as you'll see, this one brings back the feels. The memories come flooding back, and of course it's the next level up in terms of graphics and gameplay. So just to recap, Unreal came out. That's Unreal, the single player game. Then we had Unreal Tournament, or UT2004, back in 1999. Then we had Unreal Tournament 2K3, and that was an absolute mind-blowing experience when that first came out. And then they pretty much straight away updated it for free to Unreal Tournament 2004, which is what we're going to have a look at right now. Now, there is a single player campaign, but we're not interested in that today. We just want to hop straight into the instant action, and you can see straight away that I've got a whole bunch of custom maps installed, and it depends on the mode as to what we're having a look at. So we need to go back to game type, and this is really where I want to start. So Assault, this here, each round one team takes the role of the attacker and the other team defends. Now, in last week's episode we did that on the Frigate. You might remember that. This expands on that, and there's a whole bunch of maps that weren't in the original Unreal Tournament, and here you can see there are tons of them. There's Jump Ship, there's Outback, there's Sub Rosa, there's Thrust, there's Confexia, there's Convoy. There's a whole bunch of them here. Junkyard is a real classic one, as is the Glacier. Glacier is amazing. Let's go to another game type. We've got this Onslaught one. This is amazing. This is where your team must take control over power nodes in a connect the dots fashion to establish a direct line to the enemy power core. Alright, so just think about that for a second. Once you establish that link to the next power node, you can destroy it if it's controlled by the enemy. So yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that. That's got vehicles in it. Yes, you're seeing in the screenshots there are vehicles in this version of Unreal Tournament 2004. Of course, we've got the standard deathmatch, Capture the Flag, we've got Team Deathmatch, we've got Double Domination, we've got Bombing Run. This is a really cool one. Basically, there's a ball that starts in the middle of the playing field. I used to spend hours on this mode, and your team scores by getting the ball through the enemy team's hoop. It's literally a ball game. It is really, really cool. You can pass the ball to teammates, and basically it's dropped if you're carrying it and you get killed. Mutant is another one. The first player to score a frag becomes the mutant, and then everyone else hunts you. Kind of cool. Invasion, this one, alongside other players, you must hold out as long as possible against the waves of attacking monsters. You got it. It is a literally horde mode from back in the day. No, it wasn't Call of Duty that did it first. It was way back here in Unreal Tournament 2004. Last Man Standing is exactly what it sounds like. Each player starts with a limited number of lives, and the goal is to be the last player left. And then you've got Insta-Gib, Capture the Flag. This one here is just like ordinary CTF, but one-shot kills. So you've really got to find cover and try and find the most strategic route to capture your flag. What I thought I'd do first, though, is play a Capture the Flag match and just show you the difference between this version of Unreal Tournament and the one we were playing last week. And I thought, what better way to do that than just have a quick look at our classic face-off map. Remember Facing Worlds? Of course you do. A really, really amazing map that really defined CTF gameplay back in the day. This here is the remake of it in Unreal Tournament 2004. So the first thing you'll notice is it looks pretty much identical, and here's the good old pulse gun. Look at that, they've upgraded it. Of course, we're looking at much, much better graphics than there were in Unreal Tournament 99. But still, this map here looks a little bit basic. There we go, thank you very much. They've even got the classic old sniper gun in here, deliberately looking... There we go, looking the same as it was in Unreal Tournament 99. Let's see if we can grab that guy and get a head. Can we get some headshots here? No. Yes, we can. Thank you very much. And yes, we've still got all the taunts. There we go, 5. And...
Blue flag dropped. Red flag dropped.
Hold still, damn it. We've still got the announcer. So don't worry, we won't play a whole game here. I just wanted to show you. There we go. All of the new weapons. And we're going to grab a flag too, by the way, seeing as we're here. Here's the new rocket launcher. And these things are adrenaline. And basically you can utilize adrenaline for a number of things. We'll talk about that later on. The rockets actually lock on, which is really cool. And if you right click, it actually powers up 3 of them. And there we go, a 3-way rocket shot.
Blue flag returned.
Oh dear, am I going to fall off the edge of the world? No, not quite. By the way, it's hilarious if you get killed when you're up the top of a tower because you watch yourself basically splat all the way down.
Taken. Blue flag dropped.
They're on
Blue
our side.
flag
So yeah,
returned.
you'll see that this is all very, very familiar. Die, bitch. Very, very familiar. What I want to do is hop out of here. Let's forfeit this particular one. And we're going to go into the version of it that was actually made for this version of Unreal Tournament, which of course is Unreal Tournament 2004. This is called Facing Worlds 3. So what this is all about is the updated graphics. And it's exactly the same, well, it's the same concept and the same map layout, but you're about to see that it's just a little bit different. For example, we've got jump pads. Woohoo! There we go. That is my base. You can see the graphics have been greatly updated. We've got this Egyptian theme going on. There's a pyramid in the middle. Oh, and look at this. We've got the Redeemer already. Fantastic. Let's see if we can use it. Someone's using a jump pad over there. In fact, we need to use a jump pad to get over if we want to go through the middle. Here we go. Look at that. That's amazing. First blood. Now, there is a double jumping. There you go, you can hear it there. There's still the dodging. And of course, that's forwards, backwards, left, and right. But everything has had an upgrade.
Red flag taken. Blue flag taken.
And if it's possible, this game is even better, in my opinion, than UT2004. Now, I know that's a big call.
Red flag taken.
And we've still got gibbing.
Red
See
flag dropped.
if I
Red
can...
flag returned.
Oh no, she de-rezzed unfortunately.
Blue
Whoops.
flag taken.
And I hit the jump pad. Now, of course, 10 internet points if you guys can figure out where they got the jump pad
Blue
idea
flag
from.
returned.
And I'll give you a clue. It begins
Blue
with
flag
Q
taken.
and ends with 3. Anyway.
Blue flag returned.
And of course, we've got robots in here now, and they're making that very robot sound. Getting ourselves some health. But look at the effects in here. Isn't that amazing? Ouch, ouch, ouch. That hurts. Now, what I'm trying to do is find the flag, and I think I've gone all the way into the enemy base. Let's see if we can swap weapons here. There's the good old shock rifle, and you can still do the same thing, where if you shoot out the...
Blue flag taken.
Thank you. If you shoot out the right mouse button, the big blob, and then shoot it with the left mouse button, it will explode. Oops, there we go. And yet again, we can still do the orders, just like the last game, and we can say, defend the flag. Ouch, and I can say, all. There we go.
Blue flag dropped.
All right, so the flag's
Blue
been
flag
dropped,
returned.
going up the lift. But anyway, just to give you a taste, you can see, look at that. The graphics have been improved 100-fold. This was an absolutely incredible looking game when it came out. The level of detail, the level of textures, the light mapping, the shadows, the actual like the polygon count, I guess, if you like, and of course the gameplay feel was just all perfect. I went nuts when this game came out. I already loved UT99, and this just took it to the absolute next level. And by the way, there we go, there's our super shield. Thank you very much, we'll have that. Oh, and there was a body that came flinging across. Yeah, we'll take that, thanks very much. Anyhow, we won't spend too much time on these. You get the idea. This is basically UT99 taken to the next level. It still honestly plays like a modern shooter. Whereas UT99 is a bit of a classic romp, and like I said last week, it is still super smooth and easily playable. This is pretty much 100% like a modern shooter. It's as silky smooth as something like Call of Duty, and a lot more twitchy, and if you ask me, a lot more skill is required. Now there's a blue trying to steal our flag.
Red flag returned.
There we go, return the flag, and that's how we get back across that gap very quickly. Setting them on fire, of course. Nice little touch. Excellent job there, Sambo, of defending our honour. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick romp through some of the maps that I've really enjoyed here in Unreal Tournament 2004, just really quickly, and then we're going to have a big match of Onslaught, which is a much longer game type, and we'll start explaining to you guys just how revolutionary that was at the time. All of the objectives, especially online, it was an absolute hoot, and yes, we'll take the Redeemer, thanks very much. Let's see if we can finish off this map by taking down someone. There we go, there's a blue player. Suck on this. Basically a nuclear reaction. Absolutely amazing. We'll be right back with another map. Look at those graphics. And welcome back. Here we go. This one's called Lost Faith. I absolutely adored this map back in the day. This was one of those new styles where it was basically inside and outside, and all of this new textures here, this was something that we'd never really seen before in the previous Unreal Tournament game. I remember the first time I ever went down these, non-square basically hallways, these really organic looking hallways. I honestly thought that I would never ever want to do anything else in my entire life again, because it looks so amazing. Now, I don't know if you can tell here, but I'm actually being carried away by a current there. That was not me moving, which is another little unique feature that was brought into this game here. Now, this one here is a capture the flag taken. There you go, blue flag taken. This is a blue capture the flag map. Now, I don't know if you can see on the score up the top there where it says 0 versus 0. Whoops, look at the UI.
Blue flag dropped.
Look at those crystals there. You can actually see whereabouts by the little dot that moves around those exclamation marks. You can see as I'm turning around, that shows you the direction of the flag. Yet another really unique idea that was new to the series at the time, and indeed new to any first-person shooter back then. You never got to see this much information, and trust Unreal to bring all these things to the table. It's fantastic. And there we go, the good old double assault rifles, and picking up the health vial there. Oh yeah, that is satisfying. There we go. And I remember many moments being up here. Basically, it's a bit of a choke point, and there we go, you can see, oh, it got knocked off. Being able to sort of defend up here, this was the site online anyhow of many bloody battles. Let's do the old shotgun. Oh, and you can see my arm got taken off there. Oh dear, oh dear. I do love the fact that you get to see yourself. And again, we get the high resolution textures for the time. This was pretty damn amazing. So once again, you've always got two modes of fire. That's the left fire and the right fire there. And I've got my sludge gun. Blah, 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 blah. Hold it down and let go for a great big blob.
Blue flag
and my favourite, the Link gun. Alright, let's see if we can actually get out of here and out into the open world. But look at it, the lighting there, the reflections. Double kill, and of course we've still got the announcer. Let's get the taunts happening. And stay down. Oh, well done. Look at that. She actually rocketed me and my leg has come off and it is on fire. Anyway, I'm sure you get the idea. This is just a great blend, if you like, of the sort of organic stuff with the tech stuff. You can see down here we start to come into the structured parts of the map, and by the way, that is where our flag is, so that's why you would basically camp up the top there, because you'd want to be protecting your flag. These maps were really well designed, especially for the time, and they really engendered a whole bunch of really interesting gameplay online. And of course, these games performed flawlessly online. Their net code was fantastic. Look at this. Can you tell the little visual clues here? We're now in the red area because the crystals are red. This is our own base. So if you're completely lost, you basically know that you're in your base. And there we go, the red flags, literally the red banners, and the red flag sits in there. Alright, let's see if we can load up some other maps before we shift on to the Onslaught game type. But certainly hope you guys are enjoying this. Like I said, a flood of memories coming back for me. It's not UT99, but in a lot of ways it's even better. It is the spirit of UT99, but with the modern graphical and gameplay update. Doesn't get much better than this. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. This time we're going to take a look at another classic CTF map, and this one in fact was included with the demo of the game when the game was very first announced. So this one definitely holds a lot of memories, especially for me, of a lot of early UT2004 players, and I'm sure that if you're a veteran of the series, this is going to make you go, oh my god, I remember this. So yeah, remember these, the round tanks, huh? Yeah, it's all flooding back, and of course round the back of these, here we go, is this structure here. There we go, and that is a jump pad. That is where the flag is. Surely you guys remember this. So of course you could either come up here and defend. There we go, Seraphis drew first blood. There's a rocket launcher up here. Or we can get down and try and get across the other side of the map as soon as possible, quick as possible. And there were multiple ways of getting up, just like a MOBA. You've got different lanes to run up, and it's always a bit of a gamble as to which one you take through this amazing looking scenery here. It's a nice tight and small map, by the way, but again, back in the day this was absolutely mind-blowing. There had never been anything looking quite like this, not quite as smooth. There we go, got the blue flag. Remember, you can jump through here. I am red. You can tell I'm on the red team because my whole UI is red. There we go, double kill, doing double jumps there. Dodging as well to try and stay away from the enemy fire.
Red flag dropped. Red flag returned.
There we go, the red flag is returned. You can see our guy up there. He is defending our flag. In we go. Up the jump pad. Oh, come on. No. There we go.
Red team takes the lead.
Yes, taking the lead indeed. Thank you very much. And there we go, successfully defending there. And once again, we've got ourselves the minigun, and I think we've got the shock rifle as well. Let's see if we can go down there and look at that, by the way. The graphics look absolutely amazing. Oh, come on, let's stop him. Killing spree. Oh, you know what? I just noticed he dropped something very cool, and that is this, the lightning gun. Now, this was new to this version of the game. Basically, it's a lightning sniping weapon. You can either use it just like this, or if I right-click, that's right, it's the modern equivalent of the UT99 sniper, and I didn't get to use it. Can you believe it? They're taken down by the enemy. Let's see if we can remedy that. Oh, look at that. Split him in half. That is his torso lying there on the ground. It's pretty gruesome. Dear oh dear. All right. I love this. I love this map because it is short and sweet and tight, and games are intense, and there's a lot of strategy to be had in this map, by the way. We've got ourselves a link gun there. Yep. Let's see if we can take him out. No, and of course I was staying in the one place for far too long there. Here we go, picking up ammo as well as the weapons.
Blue flag
Alright,
returned.
let's see if we can go and grab ourselves a flag. Get ourselves the shock rifle, which is always good. Not interested in him. I want to get to the flag. Oh no, you don't.
Blue flag taken.
Come on, get through there. There we go.
Red flag taken.
Now I can ask these guys order to cover me and all of them. Now this is only 3v3 by the way, so it is real tournament shooter stuff and lots of fun. Of course I'm playing against bots, which by the way are very good, they're very well programmed, but it's nothing like playing against people, and it's a much faster game if that's the case. Trying to dodge and do everything I can to stay out of the way of the enemy fire. And
Red team increases their
adrenaline is full. There we go. Let's see if we can now order these guys. V, and I think it's 3, and we want them to take their flag, which is 3. Love the taunts. Oh, and he took me down. Talk about being shot in the face. Oh, this is so much fun. Once again, if you played the demo back in the day, hopefully this is bringing back all sorts of memories for you, as are these player models here. Remember this? Yep, again, revolutionary back in the day. Take their flag, commanding them. And the great thing about this was that the Unreal Engine, for its time, ran on pretty much anything. It looked fantastic, and it would run on even a modest PC. So of course these days it absolutely sings. Killing spree indeed. Now I'm pretty sure this is available just like UT2004 on Steam and good old games. And I'm pretty sure it's even cheaper than, well, I think it's $10 or $15. Can't quite remember, to be honest.
Blue flag dropped.
Come on.
Blue flag returned. Blue flag taken.
Alright, I've got the flag. Let's see if we can really nail this one. Take it home. No! Taken out by the bots! Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, now I've got a vendetta. Because it's such a short, tight map. Let's see if we can do this, guys. Come on, Sambo. Concentrate.
Blue flag taken.
Alright, she's got the blue flag. Oh, and it got dropped. My health is 98. You can see in the bottom left corner there. Nice jumping on my behalf. Alright, I'm down to 28 health. I've got to do something here. Dodging out of the way of that lightning gun that is being fired at me. I am now invisible. Now I activated that with one of my adrenaline abilities, and you can see there down the bottom right that I am literally invisible. Basically there's a series of button presses once you have full adrenaline that you can use. Invisible is one of them. That was another thing that they brought to the table. And there I am, that is me, and we won the match. Absolutely awesome stuff. Gosh, I love this game. Alright, let's get out of CTF. Let's come back in a minute and see if we can hit up an Onslaught match. See how we go. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Here we go. We're in Onslaught mode, and as you can see, I've got a number of custom maps installed for this mode. It is absolutely one of my favorite ways to play Unreal Tournament 2004. By the way, what you can do just on the game itself is you can tick this little box here, which means you only show the official maps that came with the game, no third-party ones, and that can be quite nice sometimes. Speaking of nice things, just like Unreal Tournament 99, there are tons and tons of options in terms of bots, and these are all basically game mode specific, by the way. So you can see this one is talking about the core core, and the core is of course something that comes out of Onslaught. But the great thing about Unreal Tournament, and it's the same in all of their versions, you can have mutators. So if you want, you can have low gravity, you can have big head, you can have arenas, you can have no adrenaline, you can have quad jumping, you can have sniper rifles only, you can have UT Classic, you can have the whole game go back to the classic UT 2003 style if you want to. You can have vehicle arenas, you name it. Just one of these mutators completely changes the game. It's endless fun, and I love it. But just as we played a map that came in the demo of the game for CTF, what I want to do is really trigger those memories and see if you guys remember this map. Now there are plenty of great ones for Onslaught and some really quirky and interesting ones, but the one you might remember the most is this, Torland. Let's hit play and see if this really gets the feels flowing, because I'm pretty sure if you're a UT fan, the very first time you played this you would have thought, oh my god, this is what gaming is all about. It is first person shooting but with a twist. It is with vehicles and objectives. Let's get in here. We are now in the Manta. Now the Manta is a really cool vehicle. Firstly, it shoots, so that's me, and of course you can see there are multiplayer vehicles as well. We've got a great big outdoor landscape. You can hear there's something underway. Look at the map. I can't point at it, but look at the map on the top right, and you can see that is the status of nodes. You can see blue is already capturing their second one. We're coming to here. Here we go. This is our little area. And I'm standing in here because I am trying to construct it. Now what I need to do to construct it is get my link gun, which I don't have, so let's see if I can find one. Is there one? Hopefully there's one here. There we go. There's the link gun. I basically right click on it. There we go, and that's how you build.
Red tower node under construction.
This is how you build a node. Now, if more than one player are building a node, it will go faster. There you go, you can see a player is taking off. You've got ground vehicles and you've got, there we go, flying vehicles as well. We've got turrets here, that's me. Enemy turrets, these zoom in, there's an enemy. Let's see if we can help take down that vehicle over there, and he's just gone behind the hill. Come on. Oh, he's being very smart. Alright, let's hop out of there. Now, all the vehicles can kill, by the way. And especially, I wanted to get back in. Oh, that's a blue. Now, let's see if we can take him out. There we go. Hopefully, we get the vehicle. Come on. Oh, no, look at that. We actually destroyed the vehicle. Never mind.
Under construction.
But with that one, you can actually squash and slice people. In fact, here we go. Let's get in this one.
Blue power node destroyed.
Alright, so spacebar is up and right-click squashes. It is fantastic. So up we go. And can we squash this guy? Come on, get in there.
Red power node under construction.
Let's hop out and see if we can help here. So I need to stand on here, and then there we go. I am helping. You can see the bar going along. You can see a bot is doing it. If the two of us do it, it goes quicker. And there we go. We've got that node now. Now, again, take a look on the map. There's a tank, by the way. There are tanks in this. This is Unreal, remember. There are tanks. Look at the map. You can see here that 3 is flashing. That means it's under attack. I'm going to get in the vehicle and head that way. And you can see me on the map, so you know where you are at all times. This here was the big contention choke point. Now the thing is, I don't really want to use my pulse rifle. Oh, and look at that, the spider mines. Look at these little guys. How awesome are they? Look at them. And I can guide them by holding down right click.
Red power node
There's so many cool things here. What I want to do is take over this power node. There we go, we have triggered it. And I need to get, as much as I want these other weapons, I need to get the link gun, because that is what actually powers the building of this. And if I can find it, there we go. And you can see I'm on 3 trying to build it, but 1 has been taken over by blue. So we need to get back there and remedy that. I'm going to get into the Scorpion. And by the way, this fires little nets. It's absolutely awesome. And if I right click, that's right. there are blades. It is unreal. What I want to do is go over to number 1 and see if I can actually take it down. There it is, the blue beam up into the sky. That is a problem for us because that is breaking our line to the enemy node, if you know what I mean. And there we go. Vehicular manslaughter indeed. Let's see if I can take these guys down. Not with the pulse gun. Once again, ouch! I do need that in order to build the node. Now the great thing about this is when you are dead, you actually get to choose a spawn point. And let's see, it's currently vulnerable to enemy attack. You can right click to do a preferred spawn. I don't think I can spawn there because it's under attack. I think I need to choose 2. There we go. Let's pick up some weapons at the weapons locker and we'll get ourselves into a vehicle. Let's see if we can head over to number 1 and reclaim it. Now this is a problem. Oh man, taken down. Dear oh dear, look at this, we are losing big time here. All these guys need to do is take 2 and they've got a direct line to our power node and our base. Once they destroy that, the game is over. So this is bad news for us here. Now you can see the numbers at the top there, 100 versus 100. That is quite literally the condition of the enemy and our own power node. Now what I want to do is I'm going to try and get over to 3 here, see if we can take that, because that's effectively our gateway into 4 and 5 and then ultimately a victory. Now you can see it's neutral at the moment, and by the way, look at the graphics, absolutely fantastic. I will try to grab ourselves a air vehicle later. Whee! Let's grab this. There we go, it is ours. Let's see if we can get ourselves...
Under construction.
We don't want the mine layer. What number is it? It's number 5. Yep, number 5. Oh! And let's see if we can build this. So as you can hopefully begin to tell, this is all painting. Oh, and look at that, it's under attack from this guy. And I got killed by a vehicle. He's hopped in there. You can see now it is flashing. That means he's having a go and he is going to try and take that over. Let's grab this and see if we can make our way back there. And grab ourselves a number 5 and help build it. Oh, there we go, it is already up. So let's get in a vehicle and see if we can go to number 4. Now I'm trying to remember, spacebar is break. I'm trying to remember what boost is, but anyway, we need this number 4, and the first thing we need to do is actually take down the node. So we've got to do that by attacking it, because then it will become neutral.
Blue power node isolated.
That's right, it is isolated. I have taken it now, and we need to choose 5. Oh, look at this. From afar, they know I'm on the case, so they are here trying to take it back. I need that health. I really need to take these guys down. Need to do some dodging as well. There we go, take it back, get some health. Get back to number 5 and see if we can quickly build this. No, it got taken down again. Alright, let's grab it. So you can see it is a real challenge here.
Under construction.
And there I am constructing it. Now in the meantime, of course, we need to be looking at the map and figuring out what else is going on. I've only got 10 ammo left. I cannot actually complete the building of that unless I can replenish my stocks here, and I can't. There we go. So the bot finished that off for us. Thank goodness for that. All right, blue is vulnerable, and I need to make my way over there to blue. And this could be a game over for the enemy team. But of course, I would imagine road rage. Here we go. They're going to be defending this to the hilt. There are turrets everywhere. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, we need to be able to get down here, and hopefully soon. There it is.
Power core is under attack.
That is the blue power core.
Under construction.
And you can see there's a health meter for it up the top there, but they're going to do everything they can to stop me from taking down their power core. And you can see the score up the top there. There we go. triple kill there.
Power core is under attack.
I've got it down to 62. That is a vehicular weapon that I was trying to use there, by the way. 37, 33, come on. Let's see if we can win this match. Down to 12.
Is critical.
Looking around. Oh, and they've come in at the last minute to try and defend.
Blue power core destroyed.
And there it is.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And you can see another round starts again. I can get in the Hellbender here. And there's a player in the back operating the gun. And I'm sure you understand how this works now. So this is, again, the one that actually came in the demo. So I'm pretty sure any fans have already figured out how to play this particular map very well. Let's see if we can actually get in that vehicle. Come on, hop out. Come on. Oh, I really want to show you guys flying in this game because it was obviously a big thrill.
Red power node under construction.
And there we go, all done. Let's hop in a vehicle and see if we can get out of here and get to number 5. Now remember, we've actually switched teams this time as well. Now I wish more games had this mode. This is, let's face it, 10 years old, but it still holds up today. It is absolutely amazing. Let's get ourselves the shield. Oh good, we've got a lightning gun as well. Let's switch back to
under construction.
There we go, under construction. Now I don't have much ammo, unfortunately.
Blue power node under construction.
That's it for me. Hopefully these guys can finish it off. And there we go, they did indeed. And again, the bot's able to use the vehicles. Very, very clever. If you don't have friends able to play with you, you can play with the bots perfectly fine. The Goliath classic. Right now, I want to be heading over to number 2, as you can tell. Because I want to make...
Node destroyed. Blue power node destroyed.
I really, really want to make the blue power node.
Red power node under construction.
The blue base vulnerable is what I want. That's over here. To do that, we've got to take down 2 and capture it. I think they're doing a pretty good job of that.
Red power node under construction. Under construction.
Oh, yes, fantastic. Oh, and there we go, exploding the vehicles there. Fantastic stuff. And boy, are they defending this one.
Red power node under construction.
That is me making it under construction. Oh, and Spider-Mine's coming in there. I think they are red, therefore
Red power node destroyed.
they are on our side.
Red power node under construction.
Damn it, I have run out. He's on our side. Oh, but he's not. And that is the vehicular amazing weapon that I was talking about before. Look at that, sending it sky high. That was so much fun. Oh my god. Oh dear. Vehicular manslaughter run over. I kind of deserved that. Right, need to get back to 2. Now the aerial combat in here was super fun. You had a whole bunch of basically aerial gunfights and they were super fun. Dogfighting, I guess. Now I am actually guiding that missile after the fact. Just by moving the target. There we go, took him down. And let's see if we can come and help take this one. Do I have 5? I do. I think I'm too far away. Oh, there we go. Once it goes straight, you know that you're locked on and helping build your base. But you can see it's getting taken out by something down there.
Red power
Fix
node
that.
destroyed. Red power node.
Oh dear. So yeah, that didn't really exactly go to plan.
Red power node destroyed. Red power node under construction. Red power node under construction.
Boy, this is a hotly contested power node down here, isn't it? Whoopsie. How'd I get?
Blue power core is vulnerable.
And there we go, the blue power core is vulnerable right now. That means we need to get there before these guys break the network. Of course, you can imagine in a real online game, this would be an absolute heart-pounding moment right now. You'd have everyone trying to either break our line to the core or coming in here and defending their own one. Alright, they stole the vehicle there. Yikes, look at that. Go Unreal Physics. And again, keep an eye on that score up the top. Down to 40.
Blue power core is critical.
Down to 20.
Blue power core is destroyed.
And there it is. GG, we won the match. Woohoo, 2-0. That was a solid, decisive victory. How much fun is that? And like I say, it still holds up to this day. Here's another one, Onslaught, Arctic Stronghold. We will definitely not be playing another match because we've gone on way too long. But again, you can see the size and scope of some of these maps. Absolutely amazing. Look at this. They look fantastic. There is our power core right there. Sounds like someone's already at our base, are they? Lord. Not sure. You can go outside in this one, a massive outdoor level this was. Remember the first time I ever saw this and thought, oh my god, this is like playing in a real open world. Anyway, you get the idea. There you go, folks. I'm sure we've gone way too long than we should have. But if you enjoyed last week's show with the classic Unreal Tournament, then hopefully you enjoyed this modern take on it as well here with Unreal Tournament 2004. In my opinion, Unreal Tournament 3 didn't really capture the same magic, but in order to qualify that, what we'll do is we'll come back and look at that Unreal Tournament 3 in next week's episode to continue this Twitch shooter rampage that I'm currently on. And oh my god, I cannot drive. I'm trying to get down to number 1, which is over there. You know what, I'm just going to get out. I think I do better on foot somehow, and it's down there. Now, just by the way, I can't attack this. Unable to damage unlinked power nodes. As you can see on the map there, it's because it's got a padlock on it, because I actually need to go and take out number 5 or number 3 instead. You've got to do it in sequential order. So there is some logic to this and a whole bunch of strategy. But anyway, folks, certainly hope you enjoyed this next look at the second in the Unreal Tournament entry. And once again, we'll take a look at the next one in next week's episode. Until then, on behalf of myself, Sambo, and all of the Unreal Tournament fans, it's us saying take care. Hope you guys are having a great week wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.